Welcome back to Starting Sports. Today is August 12th, 2021, and the topic for today is Sam Darnold and why he is set up for success with the Carolina Panthers. We all know who Sam Darnold is, number 3 overall pick to the Jets. It never worked out with the Jets. You can blame that on a ton of things, starting with the team, to the coaches, to the organization, but it just never quite worked out with the Jets. He needed a change of scenery. He got that change of scenery, traded to the Panthers back in April, and I think the Panthers are, one, set up for a breakout season, which I'll talk about during a later video, and 2, I think Sam Darnold is set up for success here, and I'm very excited to watch him because I finally think he's going to live up to his potential. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off, just looking at his weapons, not even Sam Darnold specifically, just looking at who he can throw the ball to, this is far better than anything the Jets ever had. The Jets had Brashad Perryman and Frank Gore. Now he has DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall Jr., and Christian McCaffrey. And they also drafted Chuba Hubbard. This team is loaded with weapons, with obviously the headliner being Christian McCaffrey. He is the most fun player in the NFL to watch, and I don't think it's that close. That's my personal opinion. I don't have to go on this whole spiel about Christian McCaffrey. We all know who he is. But with Sam Darnold's athleticism and his ability to extend plays, he can just dump it off to Christian McCaffrey whenever, and it can get a quick 10, 15, 20 yards because of Sam Darnold's ability to extend plays, and that is going to be exciting to watch. DJ Moore has always been an underrated receiver since being a first-round pick in 2018 because he never really had a good QB. I'm not saying Cam Newton was bad, but he's not a great throwing QB. And then Teddy Bridgewater, it's the same deal. He isn't a great passer. So DJ Moore has never really had that guy. Now I think he gets that guy. Obviously, Sam Darnold has already played with Robbie Anderson back with the Jets, but that was very early on in Sam Darnold's career, and Robbie Anderson was even quoted to saying Sam Darnold has a different aura about him with the Panthers, which he definitely should. It's a change of scenery, and boy, is it a good change of scenery. You also have Terrace Marshall Jr., who was the second round pick, who I'm very surprised fell down to them during the second round because, well, Joe Brady has already coached this guy before. Joe Brady, the passing game coordinator for LSU during that miracle season, has already coached Terrace Marshall Jr., and a lot of Sam Darnold's potential lies on Matt Rule and Joe Brady, two very good offensive coaches, because one, Matt Rule signed that massive deal. He has literally turned around the program or the team wherever he's been at, and 2, Joe Brady is going to be the hottest name in head coaching searches next offseason. So 1, that does kind of suck for Sam Darnold. I hope Joe Brady stays, but 2, that shows Joe Brady's one of the best, youngest offensive minds in the game right now, and if he can work on Sam Darnold, if he and Matt Rule can really find what makes him tick, oh my goodness, he is primed to have a fantastic season. So we've talked about the weapons, we've talked about the coaching. The offensive line, too, is better than what the Jets had by far. Taylor Moton is an absolute stud. He got his big old contract this offseason. Congrats to him. But the rest of the offensive line, I don't think it's anything special. I think it's a good unit, but I do think it's still better than any protection that he had with the Jets because of Taylor Moton and because of depth. They also drafted a guard during the 6th round plus a tackle during the 3rd round. And, well, they have 2 viable tight ends in Dan Arnold and Ian Thomas. And they also drafted Tommy Tremble in the 3rd round. Those are just more bodies that can block and more bodies that can pass catch. Sam Darnold right now has such a good situation for him. He has a really good 3-headed monster at wide receiver with also David Moore as the 4th receiver. That's a damn good 4th receiver. He has a good, not great offensive line. I really like Taylor Moton, but the rest of the unit's good. And, well, specifically, he has a Christian McCaffrey. With the mix of Darnold and McCaffrey's athleticism, the ability to extend plays, and the overall just being fun to watch. is going to be so cool this year for the Panthers. They're going to be very fun to watch because Sam Darnold finally has a situation around him where he can succeed. Now, unfortunately for Sam Darnold, this is kind of a make or break year for him. This is the last year of his rookie deal, which is really disappointing. I hope if he does kind of have a decent year, like nothing special but nothing bad, I really hope that the Panthers don't jump ship. I get it's way too early to be saying anything like that, but I really hope that if Joe Brady and Sam Darnold stay together with the Panthers for a few seasons, I genuinely think they can do big things because of the offensive line, Christian McCaffrey, and the receiving core. And the defense I absolutely love, but that is for the video coming up in the next few days. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. I'm just very excited for football to start back up. I'm excited to watch the Panthers play with Sam Darnold. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed and have a great day.